guys, it's Jamie from Scattered Thoughts of a Crafty Mom. I thought today would be a great day to make a little video to demonstrate how I made these little stretchy headbands. These headbands are so easy to make. It's just a bit of scrap fabric, a few minutes of sewing, and you'll have this great little headband that stretches and is perfect for keeping the hair out of your face. So let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is cut out your fabric. If you visit the link on the blog, you'll see I have this little template you can print out. So just fold your fabric in half with the stretch going side to side, place the template on the fold, and cut out your fabric. And this little template is great. You could cut out 5, 6, 7 at a time. It's perfect. Okay, so once you've cut out your fabric, you'll want to spread it out. Wrong side down, and fold the edges together, the raw edges, because we will go ahead and sew this seam closed first. Now the trick to making it easy to sew the ends together is to sew your seam from right about here, about 1 inch, all the way to stopping in about 2 inches from that end. So let's get started. Okay, so of course, if you have a serger will provide the best stretchy stitch, but if not, you can use a long, wide zigzag. Okay. So remember, we're starting about 1 inch down from the edge. And you will use a 1/4 inch, you'll sew this with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, let's try that again. Select a zigzag. We'll want to lengthen it to about 3 and widen it to about 3.5. So it's about 1 inch down with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Oops, I was supposed to only go 2 inches there. But that's okay. So you want to go 1 inch here, 2 inch here, but as you make more, you can, you'll find you don't have to stop. Okay, so now I'm going to take this over to the cutting table and trim just a little bit from the edge so that the seam isn't quite so bulky. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just trimmed off, like 1/8 of an inch. Okay, the next step is to flip the fabric right side out, the fabric tube right side out. Okay, all right. So what we want to do now is line up these edges like this and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance using a straight stitch. And when I'm sewing with a straight stitch on knit fabric, I almost always bump my stitch length up to 3. And I'm going to move the presser foot over so that way it'll all be under the presser foot and the little feed dogs will hopefully catch it all. And just sew. Just pulling the edges as you go, keeping them lined up. Try not to stretch the fabric. So you can see that's all sewn together, so I just pull it back through. And we've got a little opening here that we will need to close up. Now, to keep that opening as small as possible, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, back out just a little bit. And then, let's see, where am I? I am going to tuck this back under the presser foot and sew it closed as much as I can. So let's see, let's go ahead, and it doesn't need to be the zigzag stitch. So I'm just going to do a quick little straight stitch here to get this closed as much as I can. Making sure that the little seam allowance is flat. Getting that through as much as I can. Okay. Okay, and then I just pull it out. And so that makes the hole here that needs to be closed up. First of all, we got it over the seam so it won't be in the bulky area. And then it makes for a much smaller little hole to close up. Now, you can do this with hand sewing, or you can do it at the machine. It's up to you. I am going to move the presser foot over as far as it'll go so that I can get it right on the edge. Just sew. Now, okay, so trim your threads. Add a little bit of this fray stitch if you'd like. I'll add mine in a minute. And flip it around. You can even give it a little press with the iron. And there you go. Stretchy headband.